this week's AEW Collision was all about tag wrestling. Not only did we see the Acclaimed in action, but we also got a women's tag bout with Chris Dunner and Window Nightingale taking on Diamante and Mercedes Martinez. However, easily the biggest match on the card was a Trios Championship bout between the House of Black and CMFTR. We also heard Ricky Starks regarding his attack on Ricky Steamboat, and we also got a few words from Powerhouse Hobbs. But let's get straight into it, and we start things off with the Acclaimed versus the Iron Savages. But before that, the show opened with Tony Schiavone telling Ricky Starks he'd been suspended for 30 days for attacking Ricky Steamboat. Starks said actions have consequences. This turned into a promo. Starks said he would get a manager's license but still be on the show every week. So yeah, an interesting story beat here, but I think it's all tying in nicely. Starks, the heel's really getting over, enjoying his run so far, and yeah, it's good stuff. It's for, like I said, it's time for the first match. The Acclaimed began to chant for the absent Daily Arses. Bowens locked up with Bronson Browder. With the Iron Savages getting a non-televised entrance, it felt like this might be a squash match, but it wasn't to be. They looked to re-establish them, and it ended up being quite competitive. Both teams had their own moments to shine, but Bowens and Caster got there strong, got the win. As a homage to go Bailey Gunn. But yeah, still looks strong in this match, I would say. So it gets 6 out of 10 for me. More competitive than I expected, but of course the result that we all expected. But it's time for Nightingale and Statlander versus Diamante and Martinez. Statlander and Nightingale teamed up to take on Martinez and Diamante after the two pairs had issues with the TBS title bout between Statlander and Martinez. Stat and Diamante started off for their teams with a nice exchange and takedowns and slam. The TBS champions showed her power when she caught Diamante and carried her to Willow so she could tag and hit a double team move. After a return from a break, Statlander got a hot tag to give Willow some relief after a long time in the ring. The champ then took it at both opponents as a crowd cheered for her. Martinez and Diamante ended up getting the win for a little bit of cheating when Diamante used her legs to give Martinez leverage during a pin. This is a decent match. It felt like something was missing. Maybe they were holding back on, maybe there was a chemistry issue. Whatever it wasn't enough to keep this from being enjoyable. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 for me. I think, yeah, probably right results, but like I say, the match maybe wasn't the best that we've seen. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 for me. Plenty to improve on. Samoa Joe took on Literal Giant this week when he battled Andrew Everton, who's billed at 7'4", but this was definitely exaggerated by his height. In all seriousness, Joe defeated the Indie Darling in just 2 minutes in a match that can only be described as a squash, and after Matt got on the mic and called out CM Punk for a fire all in after some video packages. And yeah, this was an absolute fire from Joe. A squash match against the size of Everett was quite a surprise, I have to say. But yeah, the fire promo after this was quite simply sensational. JV Punk is going to tear it down at all in. And I literally cannot wait for that match. So yeah, this was brilliant stuff. It's time for the TNT title, Luchasaurus against Brock Anderson. Cage was casting promo, and Brock ends up in a TNT title match after Arn talked Christian into it. So Luchasaurus started beating the young man down as soon as the bell rang. When Bogan asked the match, it seemed like it would be over in 60 seconds, and it ended up being long enough to have a commercial break. But that doesn't mean it's competitive. This is all Luchasaurus other than a short burst of performance from the challenger. Good way to make Luchasaurus look good, but the promo from Christian might have been a bigger highlight overall. Darby showed up to attack the champion. It was a fun way to pop the crowd, but nobody's going to be talking about this match tomorrow. Gets 6 out of 10 for me. A good win for Luchasaurus. But yeah, kind of that was all that it was there for really in the end. But you know, it's still building up his TNT title reign, isn't it? But anyway, it's then time for the House of Black versus CMFTR for the Trios title. And yeah, a big match to close the show. Julia Hart at ringside. Punk and Matthews started in the ring with a basic lockup. They knew that they had a lot of time here with almost the entire final half hour of the show, so they kept it clean and abided by all the rules for the first several minutes. What we saw was solid fundamental wrestling and tag team tactics. The crowd came alive when Punk and Black got into the ring together and started trading kicks. Punk ducked Black's spinning kick and sat down and making a King Black's own mind games. This led to a brawl with all 6 men when the first commercial break came into effect. With trios like this, anything short of a good match seems impossible. Everyone played to their strengths and worked together to put on a fun and physical main event. Samoa Joe showed up and brought Punk into the crowd to choke him with it. Was King hit a huge lariat on Harwood to get the pin and retain the title for House of Black. This was really good and set up Punk and Joe in a really good way while giving House of Black their way as well. So yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10, a brilliant way to close the show. Obviously we liked it being a clean finish, but I think that was always kind of a bit wishful thinking here. It's all about setting that up. But yeah, Black continues their run. We got a really fun match out of it. It's setting up a brilliant match for all. And so yeah, on the whole, you can't really complain. Overall, AEW Collision gets 7 out of 10 for me. Yeah, really enjoyable episode of Collision, I thought. The main event was great. Not as fun matches on the show were great. So yeah, on the whole, a really enjoyable show, like I say. And yeah, I think we're building in towards All In really nicely. I think the shows recently have definitely picked up again. So yeah, on the whole, this was all good stuff. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, next subscribe for daily wrestling. Subscribe to the channel, I greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.